Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated with our latest discussions on psychology and relationships. Today we're diving deep into a topic that many of you may find relatable: narcissists and their silence. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where someone you cared about, perhaps a friend, partner, or even a family member, suddenly went silent on you? If that person is a narcissist, understanding why they stay silent for so long can be a puzzling yet enlightening experience. Let's explore this complex phenomenon together. To begin, it's essential to understand what narcissism entails. Narcissism, at its core, is characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. These traits can lead narcissists to engage in behaviors that may leave those around them feeling confused, hurt, or abandoned. One such behavior is the silent treatment, which is often employed by narcissists as a manipulation tactic. This behavior can leave you feeling ignored, devalued, and questioning your worth. But why do narcissists choose to remain silent for such extended periods? First and foremost, silence can be a form of control for narcissists. By ignoring you, they are effectively asserting their power over the relationship. This silence serves as a reminder of their authority, leaving you to wonder what you did wrong and why they are punishing you in this way. For many narcissists, the act of silence reinforces their belief that they are superior. They thrive on the emotional turmoil their silence creates in others, as it allows them to maintain a sense of control over the situation. Moreover, narcissists often fear vulnerability. When they choose to remain silent, it can be a defense mechanism against having to confront their own emotions or insecurities. Engaging in conversation might force them to confront issues they would rather ignore, such as their own flaws or the potential consequences of their actions. By remaining silent, they avoid accountability and keep the focus on you, ensuring that the emotional burden remains yours to carry. This fear of vulnerability can be deeply rooted in their past experiences, leading to an unwillingness to engage meaningfully in relationships. Additionally, silence can serve as a strategy for self-preservation. Narcissists are often adept at shifting blame and deflecting responsibility. When faced with conflict or confrontation, their silence allows them to escape the situation without having to address their behavior. This can be incredibly frustrating for those on the receiving end, as it feels like they are talking to a wall. The lack of response can leave you questioning your own perspective and may even lead to self-doubt. In this way, narcissists manipulate the narrative, painting themselves as victims while simultaneously ensuring you are left in a state of confusion and frustration. Another critical factor contributing to their prolonged silence is their inflated sense of self-worth. Narcissists often believe they are above others, which can lead to a lack of interest in what others have to say. If they perceive a conversation as unworthy of their time or attention, they may choose to ignore it entirely. This can be particularly painful for those who genuinely seek understanding or closure. In their minds, they are not obligated to engage with you, especially if they believe you are beneath them in some way. This dynamic can create an imbalanced relationship where one person is left feeling invalidated and unheard. Furthermore, narcissists may engage in silence as a means of testing your loyalty and commitment. By withdrawing and leaving you in the dark, they gauge your reaction. Are you going to chase after them? Will you apologize for something you may not have done? This testing phase can be a manipulative tactic designed to reinforce their control over you. They derive satisfaction from knowing that you are still invested in the relationship, even when they choose to distance themselves. This behavior can lead to a cycle of chasing and retreating, leaving you emotionally drained and uncertain about the relationship's future. In some cases, a narcissist may remain silent because they are busy seeking validation elsewhere. Narcissists often require constant admiration to sustain their self-esteem, and when they do not receive it from you, they may turn to others who will. This search for validation can lead them to ignore the very people who care for them, as their focus shifts to new sources of admiration. This not only demonstrates their lack of commitment, but also highlights their superficiality in relationships. They may genuinely enjoy the attention from others but fail to recognize the emotional toll their behavior takes on those who truly care about them. The silent treatment can also be a reflection of a narcissist's desire to manipulate the narrative surrounding their behavior. By remaining silent, they can create an illusion of indifference, making you question the validity of your feelings. This form of gaslighting can be particularly damaging, as it leads you to believe that perhaps you are overreacting or misinterpreting the situation. In reality, their silence is a calculated move designed to maintain their image, while you are left grappling with feelings of hurt and confusion. The extended silence of a narcissist can also stem from their inability to empathize with others. Empathy is crucial in any healthy relationship, but narcissists often struggle to put themselves in someone else's shoes. They may not fully understand or appreciate the emotional distress their silence causes you. This lack of awareness reinforces their self-centered worldview, where their feelings and needs take precedence over those of others. Consequently, their silence becomes a way to shield themselves from any emotional responsibility. Moreover, some narcissists might use silence as a punishment. If they feel slighted or disrespected, they may withdraw as a way to retaliate. This punitive silence serves as a means to exert control over you and re-establish their dominance in the relationship. It is a form of emotional manipulation that leaves you feeling powerless and craving their attention. For the narcissist, this can feel rewarding, as they derive satisfaction from knowing they have the ability to affect your emotions so profoundly. Another aspect to consider is that narcissists may not know how to communicate effectively. Many have not developed healthy communication skills, leading them to default to silence instead of addressing issues directly. This inability to communicate can stem from various factors, including their upbringing or past experiences. Consequently, their silence becomes a habitual response when faced with conflict or discomfort, perpetuating a cycle of misunderstanding and emotional distance. Additionally, their silence can be a reflection of their inner chaos. Narcissists often battle with profound insecurities and self-doubt, which can manifest as a retreat into silence. When confronted with situations that challenge their self-image, they may withdraw to protect themselves. This internal struggle can lead to extended periods of silence, during which they grapple with their emotions and self-worth. Unfortunately, this coping mechanism often comes at the expense of those around them, who are left feeling abandoned and confused. As we explore the reasons behind a narcissist's prolonged silence, it's vital to acknowledge the impact it can have on you. The emotional toll of being ignored by someone you care about can be significant. Feelings of rejection, confusion, and self-doubt often arise, leaving you questioning the relationship's viability. You may find yourself replaying past interactions, searching for clues that might explain their behavior. This can lead to an unhealthy cycle of overthinking, as you attempt to rationalize their silence. In some cases, people may try to break the silence by reaching out to the narcissist, only to be met with further withdrawal. This can be incredibly disheartening, as your efforts to connect are met with indifference. It's important to recognize that this response is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a manifestation of the narcissist's emotional immaturity and inability to engage meaningfully. Their silence is a choice they make, and it's essential to prioritize your well-being amidst the chaos they create. Healing from the emotional fallout of a narcissist's silence can be a challenging journey. It often requires self-reflection, setting boundaries, and recognizing the need for support. Surrounding yourself with understanding and compassionate individuals can help alleviate feelings of isolation and provide validation for your experiences. Whether through therapy, support groups, or trusted friends, seeking assistance can aid in processing the emotions stirred up by the narcissist's behavior. As we conclude our discussion on this topic, it's crucial to remember that you are not alone. Many individuals have experienced the pain of being ignored by someone they cared for deeply. The silence of a narcissist can be disorienting and damaging, but it does not define your worth or the value of your feelings. Understanding the motivations behind their silence can empower you to reclaim your narrative and foster healthier relationships moving forward. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the complexities of narcissism and the silent treatment. We hope this discussion has provided you with valuable insights and a sense of solidarity in your experiences. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel and sharing it with anyone who might benefit from it. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, take care of yourselves and remember to prioritize your emotional well-being.